very pumped to be joined by a guy who just got back from the World Juniors where he represented Latvia. He won the Clark Cup with Muskegon last year, and in his second year in the USHL this year, a draft eligible prospect. Excuse me, Rudy Berzkalns. Rudy, that was a mouthful. Sorry. How are you? Everything good?
Yep, I'm doing great.
So let's start with the World Juniors. You just got back. How incredible was that experience? I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but I imagine you had a blast.
Yeah, obviously it was a great experience. I mean, you don't expect too much from a country like Latvia. Obviously, it's a small country and not a lot of hockey players there, but I feel like what we did was pretty good. Obviously, took Canada OT and had some close games, and I thought it was a great experience.
Does it feel better knowing that you lost to the eventual gold medal champions, or does that not matter?
I feel like you can think about it that way, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. Like you kind of take one opponent at a time and just try to do your best against every single team out there. So
And you said you took Canada to overtime in what was a crazy game. You had the tying goal late in the third. Was that the coolest goal you've ever scored in your career? I got to imagine that was sick.
yeah, for sure. So far, it's been the biggest goal of my career.
And it seemed like you had some of the crowd behind you, right? Like, was there a lot of Latvians there, or were there Americans cheering for you guys? What did you feel from the crowd?
No, there was a couple. Obviously, some of the boys' families were there, and I feel like there's some Latvians also that just live in Minnesota that came to support us, and so yeah.
And you had some buddies there, Vaslav Nestrasil being one of them. You got to play against him. What's it like playing against guys you're familiar with, guys you're friends with in a situation like that where you're all representing your own country?
It's a lot of fun. Obviously, I don't think we're friends on the ice when we play each other,
Hmm.
but yeah, we talked a bit after the game, and he's a great guy. I was probably the closest to him last year. Really good buddies. Still talk to him, and he's gave me a lot of advice on how the draft process goes and all this pressure around and noise going around. So yeah, it's great to play against a guy like that, and who's obviously been drafted already. So yeah.
Are you starting to feel that pressure now that the World Juniors are over? I feel like, the World Junior tournament is where guys are really put on the map and everyone can watch you on a national and global stage.
I don't think it's a lot of pressure. I feel like even if it was, you kind of feel like it's a privilege to have pressure when people are paying attention to you, and that's kind of when you got to shine and show them your best. So I'm not feeling any pressure so far.
So let's talk about Muskegon. You've already doubled your point total from last year. How much more comfortable have you been this season as a returner, as a guy who's maybe considered a veteran now? What's it been like so far for you this year?
It's been great with Muskegon. Obviously, I feel like a lot better than last year. Just feel more confident. I'm getting a lot more opportunities and different scenarios of the game, and it's been great so far. And we're just looking forward to keep it rolling with the team and do our best every single game. We know we're gonna get other teams' best because we're the defending champs, as you want to say. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think just stick to our game for every single day.
It was a magical year last year. I got to watch you guys in the Clark Cup final. What was your favorite part, or what do you miss the most about just last year's team?
I would say just how close we were as a team. Like I feel like we're really close this year as well, but last year, especially towards the end of the year, obviously I missed the first half of the playoffs because I went to the U18s, and then I came back, and it was just like a completely different atmosphere inside the team. Everyone was so close, and it was a lot of fun being around those guys.
And you won a championship before. I understand you won a 14U championship at Bishop Kearney. Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
So you're a winner at every level, basically.
Yeah, so far looking forward to add some more.
So obviously, we got some big news today as well. Tynan Lawrence is leaving Muskegon to join BU. Just curious, how the guys have taken that news and if he had spoken to you guys in the locker room and whatnot, or how everything played out.
Yeah, he came in and said goodbye after practice today. Obviously, he wasn't skating, so we all of us found out today, and I think it's his choice. It's whatever is best for him, and I feel like it's a great step for him. Obviously, he's a really good player, and that's good for him that he's moving on to something bigger, college level. So it's great for him.
And I know you're a BC commit, but is there a part of you that's going to root for BU a little bit this year?
Uh, I don't think so. No,
That's the right answer.
I'm not gonna root for BU, but I'm hoping Tynan does great there.
And that's the best part of the USHL, right? I know it's tough to see a teammate leave, but it's all about getting to the next level, the advancement, the development. And, I guess what would be your takeaway from playing with a guy like Tynan with how good he is and how highly touted he is?
Just how good of a leader he is. Even sometimes when he doesn't really talk too much, maybe, but he just leads by an example. Like anything he does, whether it's in the gym, on the ice, he's always ultra competitive, and he just loves to win. So I think that's my biggest takeaway from him.
Do you think him leaving will change your role on the team a little bit? Do you feel like you'll have a bigger responsibility?
I feel like, yeah, for sure, I'm gonna have a bigger responsibility, but it's something that I can handle. And I feel like even when he was out at the start of the year, I've done it. So I think it's gonna be good.
And obviously, you have team goals. You want to get back to the Clark Cup. You want to win some championships. But do you have any individual goals for yourself for the rest of the season?
Uh, Honestly, I haven't really thought about my individual goals. I kind of like to keep them to myself. Just like
Mhm.
obviously the things about the draft and all that kind of stuff. I don't really think about points too much. It's just kind of go out there, do my job, and you're gonna get rewarded by doing the hard thing. So that's just something that I put a big focus on, and just take it day by day, kind of, and not look too far ahead.
I know you mentioned Vaslav and other guys that you've gotten advice from when it comes to the draft, but is there someone who's really like a soundboard for you, whether you talk to them every day, could be a parent, a former coach, like who's the person you really go to, just to keep things calm and at ease?
Obviously, I think I talk to my mom the most,
Hmm.
but even I talk to my head coach, Colton. I talk
Hmm.
to him a lot. I talk to him every single day, and he always gives me advice. He gives me some funny stories of his career and stuff, and he's a great guy. He's intense. He wants us to succeed and win and be the best version of yourself at anything you do. So I feel like I always, if I have something going on in my life, I always kind of turn to him and let him know what's going on, and he's always there for me. So
And when you get to play against, some of the best, you just did it in the World Juniors, do you feel like your mindset changes? Do you change your game, or is it the same thing, business as usual, as it would be in the USHL?
I think you just try to be yourself. You don't try to do too much and try to impress people. Maybe just I feel like kind of be yourself, and that's how everyone's gonna notice you. If you be yourself, be consistent, do what you're best at, and yeah. Oh yeah.
My last one for you here. We mentioned Boston College a little bit earlier, but what excites you most about stepping into school? At BC, a great program, great rink, so much history. Like, what made BC the right place for you?
I feel like when I came to the U.S., I didn't really know much about college, and I kind of got into it. And BC was having a great year with like Peralt, Smith, and all those type of guys, and I kind of figured like that would be a great spot for me. And on January 1st, they reached out to me. I think they were the first school to reach out to me, so I was talking to them ever since, and it makes it so special to go there because of all the traditions and the history with like bean pot and all that kind of stuff. So I can't wait to get there. It'll be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna ask you one more because I feel like I have to. But what would you want USHL fans to know about you that they don't already?
Uh, I'm the best player on the team
At what?
at ping pong.
At ping pong. Okay, we
Yeah.
might cut out the ping pong part and just make you seem a little
No,
bit
no,
cocky.
no. Don't do that.
Just messing with you. Just
I'm
messing with
best at ping pong. Yeah.
you.
I would say that's a big thing, or maybe you can also say I'm a pretty good skier. I used
All
to
right.
ski a lot.
That's good to know. Well, thank you, Rudy. Really appreciate it,
Yeah.
and looking forward to watching the rest of the way. All right.